The hundreds of masks and puppets in The Lion King are truly unique. They need to represent not only all of the characters and animals, but they also need to be able to withstand 8 shows a week. You can imagine making and maintaining them is a huge job. Well, we're on our way to the puppet department to find out what it takes.
I took The Lion King images, the looks of the characters in the movie, and I fed them through my own aesthetic and my own ability or my own style, and came out with another one. With each animal, I had to find the exact technique that would be best serving that character.
We've probably got in excess of 300 puppets, ranging from the enormously expensive, complicated Scar puppets, all the way down to a tiny little single hand-operated shadow puppet.
The challenge is that the dancers and actors have to be game and enthusiastic to embrace that they're going to have these other appendages and that they're going to have limitations and they'll be very challenged. And when we audition, we always look when people are auditioning with these puppets to see if they have joy or if they're going to be overwhelmed.
Clearly then, the masks and puppets are an integral part of the show. So how does the team design and maintain them to work around the demands of the on-stage performance? Let me tell you, if you're into your arts and crafts, this is the place for you. This is Ilya here, who's hard at work, working on Mufasa. So what exactly are you doing here then?
Right now we're working on the maintenance and the upkeep to keep the masks looking as sharp as they can for the stage. They're all made out of carbon graphite, which is what the Formula One car frames are made out of, and the flooring of the cars. It's a really high strength to weight ratio, which is what we're trying to go for. If you were using wood, it would obviously be way too heavy.
Well, let's take a closer look, really, at Mufasa's mask.
Well, like I said, the mask itself was sculpted originally and then cast and poured and reformed in carbon graphite. And we have the posts that come off of the mask, and all of these are hand sculpted. And these are burnt peacock feathers that have been gathered together across, and that's where we get the different color from the part of the feather that actually wasn't burned or changed in the color treatment of it.
On stage, as fantastic as the puppets are to look at, they also serve an important purpose in explaining the characters behind them.
Well, even Mufasa's mask, it looks like a beautiful sunrise. The strength and of this beautiful oak on his head is carried through in his entire body and his persona. And that is the complete opposite of Scar. Scar's mask is all cut with different lines. Everything is askew, everything is angular. It's such a great opposite to who Mufasa is.
With such a huge variety of puppets featuring in the show, I couldn't help but wonder whether some of them were harder to operate than others. And of course, this is the beautiful, wonderful Zazu. What a puppet.
Definitely. He's by far the most technical to build and to operate. He's quite challenging.
Yeah, all of these feathers are just incredible. So what exactly are they made of?
The feathers are actually hand-painted parachute silk. The body is the carbon graphite that we saw earlier with the Mufasa and Simba. His neck is a big spring.
I love this beak. It's just brilliant, and these enormous ball eyes that blink.
Yeah, he has, it's quite technical the way that he's operated.
Yeah.
Somebody usually would hold him and get the wings to flare.
That is just fantastic. Hey! Do you know what, Ilya? In wardrobe, I tried the costume on, but I did feel like something was missing. And of course, it's the wonderful puppet. And I do love a challenge. He said he was challenging to operate. Any chance I can have a go?
Sure, I think we can work that out.
Go on then, you two lead the way. Right, well, here we are at the side of stage. I've got the costume on, and Ilya, you're going to show me how to work this beautiful bird.
All right, first thing you have to pay attention to is right here on the hand, you have the pointer finger to run the mouth.
Oh, yes.
And on the other side, you have the thumb trigger, which makes the eyes actuate. It has a neutral, and then you push up for a surprise look and down for a closed look.
Wow.
And then in succession to make.
Okay, but it doesn't end there because we've got to flap the wings as well, haven't we? So
there's also the wings, which is a paddle that you pull down and actually pull, and you can actuate this by pulling on the string.
Oh, I see, right.
And it makes it look like he's flying.
The actor's dressed in blue to represent the sky, and so he's able to, even though he is Zazu, the two of them together create Zazu. You see the beautiful flight of this small puppet, yet you're able to see the actor as well in his expressions.
So Zazu is a bird who also is holding a bird, a double event. You see the actor playing it, and that costume represents, I think, the biggest idea in The Lion King, that you could wear a human costume, a little bowler hat, what have you, and look like a human, look like an animal, represent some element of Africa, and still also represent the fusion, if you will, between Africa and the Englishness of that character.
There we are. Well, it is incredible to think that the actor who works him obviously doesn't have to just think about his performance, but also work this puppet at the same time.
Yeah, very technical.
Unbelievable stuff. And of course, we haven't got long till you're on, actually, have we, Zazu? So we better get you back to your rightful owner.
You know, they're just pieces of art by themselves. And the technique of fabricating them and creating them and making them move, all of that is just an extraordinary feat of sort of theatrical magic.